Hello and welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't done so just yet. If you want to see more videos like this one, and hit that thumbs up button if you end up liking this video. So this is merely an update of what I'm gonna be doing to the car. So as you can see, it's not there. The rack and pinion is already installed. I can't really see down there without a light. I should get a light. That's my fault. Give me a second. I got you guys covered. Okay, so right there. Okay, so the rack and pinion is installed to the steering column. I have not put the inner tie rods just yet. I haven't done that, and the bellows, haven't put those up yet. But yeah, then we have things that already installed. This right here, the short ram for the Nissan with the new oil catch can that I purchased for this car. So let me show you how the installation looks. So I took out the breather filter that I had here. I installed this rubber hose that I got from AutoZone, and I put a clamp right there and a clamp over here, so you can see. And the outlet, I used the I'm using here the same blue hose that came with the short ram, since it is the same size. This is the 3/8 outlet, and over here is the 3/8 inlet. So it's the same size. Now for this one goes to the IAC valve, this one that loops around and goes over here. The thing is, this over here, the end, is a 5/8, and this is a 3/8, and the hose is also 3/8. So that hose was never gonna fit into the 5/8 fitting right there. So I ended up getting these right here. These go from 3/8 to 5/8, and that's what I did. As you can see there, it's pretty tight. That thing is not gonna come off because it is a barb fitting. So that black part of the hose, I don't really think it'll need a clamp. But if it does need a clamp in the future, I will put it on. And I also eliminated this little hose right here. This little thing. That was the little hose I was going to the intake tube, the original intake tube of this car. It was actually coming in around this area right here. So since the new one has it on this side and it came with new hose, I just needed to eliminate it from over there, as you can see right here, and it goes into this area, so it doesn't interfere with anything either. So that's a good thing. Now these nuts right here are not tightened just yet. Everything on the oil catch can is tight, so that's not going anywhere. And these clamps, all of these clamps are really nice and tight. Okay, the only thing is I gotta remember to tighten those nuts down and push this connector in, because on the Nissan, I don't know if the new Nissans have this type of connector, but this one has the connectors that, unless like you need to push it in for this green part to actually stick all the way out. Otherwise, it's just gonna stay like that. I removed the battery so I can get clear access to installing this bolt right there. And according to the space that I have here, I noticed that for every single time I need to take this off, the bottom part, to drain it out and put it back up, I have to remove the battery. It's the only way, because I'm not gonna have any room coming in from over here or from back here to get it. So that's the only way I have for now. If I happen to have a newer solution later on, then I guess I'll let you guys know. But that's how I installed this. That's how it should work. But we'll see. I mean, if you guys got any other details that you want to add, you can just put it down in the comments below. But yeah, that is for that. That's for that right now. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, let me get a flashlight again. Other thing I'm going to do is, okay, you see that pulley right there? That is the water pump pulley, and just underneath is the crank pulley. So, as you can see, there is no power steering pump anymore, and no tensioner either, and no mounting bracket for the power steering pump. So, what I need to do now is measure the entire distance it would have to be for a new belt, and have this. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I was talking to my wife for a second. Okay, so I was saying that I'm gonna need to measure how long the belt will need to be, because I'm gonna buy a stretch to fit belt. It does not need a tensioner at all. It just needs to be fitted correctly to the length that it'll actually work in. So those belts are basically stretchable, but to a certain point, because obviously you don't want to go too far and stretch it to the point it breaks. It's basically a belt that it's just going to stretch enough so you can mount it to the grooves on both the water pump and the crank. And it's going to stay pretty tight, and it's going to do its work just like the other belt would if it had a tensioner. So, since I cannot find the mounting hardware for the either pulley that I will have to put over here on the tensioner where the where the power steering pump was, then I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna skip around that, and I'm gonna straight up ahead and put a stretch to fit drive belt. And it's just gonna save me time, and I don't have to worry about a tensioner on this side over here. Okay. Over here, I still have to put the inner tie rods and outer tie rods on both sides, so that's gonna be done later. Yeah. So that's basically it for now. I was also gonna put fog lights, but then the ones I had purchased some months ago, I noticed that they are not the right ones. That was on me. It's completely my fault. I should have checked them out to see if they fit the moment I purchased them, but I was too lazy to do that. Yeah, that's totally my fault. So the ones I have are basically for the same Nissan Sentra, but after finding out, these are actually the fog lamp assemblies for a Nissan Sentra from like Australia, Europe, but not from Mexico or USA. I don't know why companies do that. Why can't you just put the same style of bumper, same fog light assembly, same whatsoever on every Nissan or every car you make, no matter the country? I don't know why they just, yeah. So the ones I have are the fog light assemblies for like the Nissan Sentra or the Nissan Sunny. I don't know. That's a weird name. And those, I believe those cars are for like Australia and UK, France, Germany, whatever. and probably Japan or the Asian countries. I don't know, but it just doesn't work on the Mexico or US built Nissan Sentra. And this one's built in Mexico. So that's, and I looked at the bumpers. The bumper for the Mexico model never had, or maybe they just don't make it anymore, but apparently never had fog lights. Never. None of the models had fog lights, which sucks. Okay. Probably the SER does have fog lights, but I will have to buy the SER bumper, and I'm not looking to do that just yet. I mean, yeah, I probably will buy a body kit for this car in the future, but we're talking like maybe a year from now or 2 years from now, if that bumper is still for sale on Viz Racing. I think it's Viz Racing. They have an extreme body kit. Makes a car look really, really nice. It gives it an aggressive look at the front and at the back. But honestly, I just, I have the money to buy it. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. Anyways, that's my issue, and I gotta see how to deal with it. But I'm probably gonna just buy. I don't know if you guys seen those LED bar lights. They were like about 3, maybe 4 inches wide. I'm probably just gonna do that and use those as fog lights. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for now. I will be making a video about the Camry again. I am gonna do an oil change. Well, partially an oil change. And here's why I'm doing the partial oil change. And I'm draining the oil, but I'm not changing the filter. Okay? I don't know, hopefully you understand that. I am draining the oil, but I'm not changing the filter. Okay, it's going to have brand new oil. The reason I'm doing that is because it's too early to change the filter on this. I believe that filter has only been there for like 500 miles. Yeah, it's not even close to the time to change it out. But the reason is, I talked to my mentor, my mechanic mentor, and he gave me a detail that I didn't know. And the detail is that the older the car is, the more miles the car has, it's gonna need to use thicker oil or a higher grade oil. This engine uses 5W30, and wait, let me double check on what I just said. Yeah, 5W30. You can see right there on the oil cap, 5W30. So that's what I put in on the last oil change I gave it. So I am not going to use 5W30 anymore. He says since this engine is close to the 400,000 miles, I should go ahead and give it a much higher grade oil. He was thinking that I could put 10W40 instead of 5W30. But he, after thinking, after a while, he was telling me, you know what, don't use 10W40. Go even higher and see if you can find something like 15W50 or 20W50. He was the reason why he says that, and the reason why he does that with his customers. Yes, he's my mentor. He's pretty old. He's like 65, 66 years old, but he still gives me good details, and he's got like 45 years of experience. So, and he's never had an engine die on him or break apart on him. So throughout his years of experience, he's done that. And with his pickup truck, he's got a Silverado, 2005 Silverado, and that truck is like over 400,000 miles. And he was using 15 W50, and when he did a head gasket job on his engine, he went back down to 10 W40, and he said when he reaches 500,000 miles, he's gonna go up to 15 W50 or 20 W50, whichever he can find at the stores or online. So I got 15 W50 Mobil 1 engine oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the drain on this one, and I'm going to fill it back up. I'm gonna, since my driveway right here is on a since my driveway right here is on a steep, not steep, it's like a slight downhill, I'm gonna put the car over there, and I'm gonna use those ramps and lift it up. That way the car can be almost leveled out, like if it were on a lift, and then I just get under it and drain the oil. So yeah, so that's one thing I'm gonna do today. And the other thing I'm gonna do is find a place where I can put an oil catch can for this one. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting, very interesting. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but I gotta put it somewhere, because I want to take this filter out and put the lines connected to that. Yeah, because I let my dad borrow the Explorer again. He needed it to move things around over at his house, so I said, you know what, take it. I don't mind. I probably can use this hole right here. Maybe not, because I know this hole is for the battery hold down, but I haven't been able to find one not even used. I can't find a battery hold down for this car, so it is a little sketchy when driving around with this car, because the battery can move around. Yeah, I gotta find a good spot where to put it. But yeah, that's gonna be a tricky one to do, because obviously I can't not have it being higher than this point right here, because then otherwise when the hood comes down, it'll just smack it. It's got a way too good of a spot over there, but it's too far away, and I would hate to have running two hoses over the engine just from over there over here. I mean, it's too long. I think it's just too long. The best option would be to have it somewhere around this area. Yep. Yeah, I don't know just yet, but that's something I gotta investigate and get it done today. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. I just gotta get down and find the correct measurement for the stretch to fit belt that I need to put for the water pump on this engine. Once I do that, I can just drop it back down to the ground, because that's the only thing holding me back right now with this car. And I got a lot of boxes and trash to get rid of, so that's also something I gotta do today. Yeah, well, I'll let you guys go. Excuse me. I'll let you guys go now. You guys stay safe, and stay greasy if you're a mechanic. And have a great weekend or a great week, depending on this video when it comes out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe. Bye.